Ever walked out of a blockbuster feeling totally let down? You know those hyped up movies with massive budgets, huge stars, and epic trailers that somehow leave you bored or confused? Today we're counting down the 10 major blockbusters that are just not exciting. These films promised the world but delivered a snooze fest. Stick around to see if your biggest disappointment made the list. And trust me, number one is a legendary flop that sparked memes for days. Let's dive into why these blockbusters failed, what went wrong behind the scenes, and whether they deserve the hate or a second chance. Hey movie fans, welcome back to Kinelight, your go-to spot for cinematic deep dives, hot takes, and the best and worst of Hollywood. If you're all about breaking down movies, uncovering behind-the-scenes drama, and debating what makes a blockbuster click or crash, smash that subscribe button and hit the bell so you never miss a video. We're about to unpack 10 films that had everything going for them, but fumbled the bag. From superhero misfires to sci-fi letdowns, we're spilling all the tea. But first, let's set the stage. Blockbusters are supposed to be thrilling, heart-pounding events that glue you to your seat. These 10, they missed that mark big time. Some were victims of studio meddling, others suffered from bad scripts, and a few just didn't get what made their franchises special. So grab some popcorn, get comfy, and let's start with number 10, a superhero reboot that crashed harder than a villain's evil plan. Quick question before we jump in. What's a blockbuster that totally overhyped you and then let you down? Drop it in the comments and let's see if it's on our list. Number 10, Fantastic Four. A superhero reboot that promised a fresh take on Marvel's first family but flopped hard. With a hot cast, Miles Teller, Kate Mara, Michael B. Jordan, Jamie Bell, and a darker vibe, it aimed to rival the MCU. Instead, it's a joyless slog. The first half drags with slow sci-fi setup, the action's weak, and Doctor Doom's a generic villain. Studio clashes and reshoots made it a mess, leaving fans furious, and even Stan Lee skipping his cameo. Is Fantastic Four the worst superhero film ever? Or does it deserve another shot? Comment below. From one flop to another, number 9 takes us into a sci-fi trilogy's disappointing end. Number 9 The Matrix Revolutions, the finale to the Wachowskis' iconic sci-fi saga. After The Matrix blew minds with bullet time and philosophy, and Reloaded kept the action coming, fans expected an epic close. Instead, Revolutions is a confusing mess. The plot jumps between Neo's vague journey and a dull Zion war, with repetitive CGI battles that lack the original's flair. It forgets the core themes of freedom and reality, leaving audiences puzzled, not thrilled. Fun fact, it was shot back-to-back with Reloaded, which might explain the rush. Do you defend Revolutions or call it a letdown? Let me know. Next up, number 8 trades sci-fi for spies, but it's no smoother. Number 8, A View to a Kill, Roger Moore's final James Bond outing. With 007 as a global icon, this film had Christopher Walken as villain Max Zorin, Grace Jones, and a Duran Duran banger. But at 57, Moore looks tired. The plot about destroying Silicon Valley is absurd, and the action's weak. It's too goofy to thrill and too slow to entertain. A low point for Bond. Fun fact, Walken was the first Oscar winner as a Bond villain, but even he couldn't save it. Is this a guilty pleasure or a skip? Drop your take. From a spy stumble to a musical misfire, number 7's out of tune. Number 7, Pitch Perfect 3, the final note in the a cappella trilogy. The first Pitch Perfect was a fresh, funny hit, but this sequel ditches music for a bizarre action plot involving Fat Amy's dad and a kidnapping. Anna Kendrick and Rebel Wilson try, but the songs are forgettable, the humor's forced, and the international competition feels wasted. It's a cash grab that forgot why fans love the Bellas. Fun fact, it was meant to be darker but got a lighter, action-heavy rewrite. Should it have stayed serious? Comment your thoughts. Number 6 brings us back to superheroes, but this one dims its star. Number 6, Wonder Woman, 1984, the sequel to 2017's beloved Wonder Woman. Gal Gadot's Diana was back with a nostalgic 80s vibe, Pedro Pascal as Maxwell Lord, and Kristen Wiig as Cheetah. but a lazy wishstone plot, sparse action, and a vague climax drag it down. Steve Trevor's return feels creepy, and the 1980s setting is underused. It's a bloated letdown that lacks the first film's heart. Fun fact, Pascal drew from real tycoons for his role. Did his energy work for you? Let's talk in the comments. We're halfway there, and number 5 takes us to a galaxy far, far away. Sadly, not in a good way. Number 5, Star Wars, The Rise of Skywalker. The Skywalker saga's finale. With epic trailers and J.J. Abrams directing, fans wanted a grand end. Instead, it's a rushed mess, chasing MacGuffins and retconning The Last Jedi with Palpatine's random return. The action's overstuffed, the stakes feel fake, and the ending's unsatisfying. It's a checklist, not a story, missing Star Wars magic. Fun fact, Abrams faced fan backlash pressure. Did this redeem the trilogy or ruin it? Drop your hot take. From space to dystopia, number 4 slows the rebellion to a crawl. Number 4, The Hunger Games, Mockingjay. Part 1, the setup for Katniss's final fight. After 2 thrilling films, this split-book chapter focuses on propaganda over action, with Jennifer Lawrence stuck in bunkers. The pacing's slow, the stakes feel low, and it's like a long trailer for Part 2. It's well acted, but forgets to thrill. Fun fact, Lawrence wasn't happy with the split. Should they have merged the parts? Tell me below. Number 3 is a superhero epic that aimed big, but fell flat. Number 3, Eternals, Marvel's cosmic gamble. Chloe Zhao's mythic tale of immortal heroes, Angelina Jolie, Salma Hayek, Gemma Chan, promised MCU ambition, but 10 new characters in a 7,000-year story make it a bloated history lesson. The action's tame, the plot's confusing, and it prioritizes lore over fun. Stunning visuals can't save it. Fun fact, Zhao edited this while winning an Oscar. Love its ambition or find it boring? Share in the comments. Number 2 is a robot sequel that's all noise, no heart. Number 2, Transformers, The Last Knight. Michael Bay's 5th robot rom. With Mark Wahlberg and a King Arthur plot, it promised wild fun. Instead, it's a chaotic mess. Secret societies, a magical staff, and blurry CGI battles. The 2.5-hour runtime exhausts, and the story's nonsense. It's spectacle without soul. Fun fact, Anthony Hopkins took the role for cash and didn't get the script. Guilty pleasure or total slog? Let me know. We're at the top, and number 1 is the ultimate blockbuster bomb. Number 1, Morbius, Sony's Spider-Man universe disaster. Jared Leto's vampire doctor had horror-tinged hype, but it's a lifeless wreck. The thin plot, bad effects, and flat performances, despite Matt Smith's efforts, flop hard. Spider-Man ties confuse, and it's a corporate cash grab with no thrill. Memes like Morb Time outshone it. Fun fact, its re-release bombed too. Did you laugh or sleep through Morbius? Share your horror stories below. That's the list, folks. 10 blockbusters that hyped us up but left us yawning. From Morbius's meme-worthy crash to Fantastic Four's superhero snooze, these films had budgets and stars, but no spark. Let's recap. Morbius was a chaotic disaster. Transformers, The Last Knight drowned in CGI, Eternals got lost in lore, Mockingjay Part 1 stalled the rebellion, The Rise of Skywalker fumbled Star Wars, Wonder Woman 1984 dimmed Diana, Pitch Perfect 3 forgot its music, A View to a Kill bored Bond fans, The Matrix Revolutions lost its soul, and Fantastic Four was a franchise fail. What makes a blockbuster thrilling? Action, heart, or that magic vibe? These films missed it, maybe due to studio meddling or weak scripts. So which disappointed you most? Any you'd defend? Drop your thoughts below. I read every comment and love a debate. If you enjoyed this, give a thumbs up, share with friends, and subscribe to Kinelight for more movie breakdowns. Hit the bell and check our super